What's up, guys? Coming at you today with my very first DIY video, so stay tuned. Woo! Be much problems to doing this. I'm pretty sure like anybody can do this. These are pretty in right now. As I make this, there's probably a shit ton of DIYs for this, but I just decided to make my own because I feel like this specific pair came out great. Let me go ahead and show you what they look like. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what the end result will look like. This is a bit more faded. I picked up a new pair because honestly this is just a bit too faded for my taste. I like them to be black. You could just re-dye it if you needed to, but this is what the end result will typically look like. This is actually more of a blown out look, but I'm actually going to show you how to do a simple knee slit, and it's going to look a lot cleaner than this, but this is just kind of like what I wanted to do for this specific pair.
This is everything you're going to need. Of course, your black pair of pants. These so happen to be Levi Stretch 511. It could be any pair though, doesn't really matter. For the materials list, I recommend a hard cover VHS or DVD case will work. Anything of that. Now this is for ensuring you that you're not going to cut the material. Pencil or marker or crayon, scissors, a knife, and some tape. I recommend these next ones, but they're pretty much just optional. A razor blade and a ruler. You'll see why later. Alright, marking your cuts. Go ahead and throw on your pair of pants. Get a feel for them. Just kind of see where your knee sits on the pair and decide where you want to mark and where you want your cuts to be. Now, let me tell you right now, you're going to mark it and it's probably not going to be perfect. It's going to be rough, but that's perfectly okay because later on we're going to fix this and make it look more precise with some tricks I have for you to do so. So it doesn't really matter. Don't stress about it too much. Just mark exactly where you want to cut. Alright, preparing to cut. Go ahead and slip your DVD or VHS case inside your pants. Place it behind the area you've marked, ready to cut. Now for this next trick, I actually grab a bar and I put it parallel to the waistband and set the bar directly where my marks are. This is so I can go ahead and make my marks cleaner. I also use an older pair as reference, but if you don't have that available, do what I'm doing with the other pair and use a board or something. Alright, so let's get to cutting. As you can see, my marks are now cleaner and more precise. They're a lot more accurate and a lot more straight than before. And they're pretty much dead on even. Alright, so I've started the puncture. I did it directly in the middle with my knife. You're going to want to just, cut with your scissors where your mark is. The reason you want to puncture it is so the scissors can cut through the puncture. Now the tape is so you can mark it up and it'll just be a lot easier to cut. It's a really good trick in my opinion. I recommend colored tape. I use the ruler so I can leave an inch away from the cut and the stitching. And I also do this on the other side. I think it just looks better that way in my personal opinion. Alright, this is what the razor blade was for. Go ahead and just shave off the raw edge. This will expose a lot of the fibers and the string in the cut. It's going to look great when you throw it in the wash. If you do it for long enough, you should get something that looks like this. You don't want to do any less or any more than this really, because it'll look a little weird if you do too much. Alright, let's go ahead and throw it in the wash. Now all you have to do is read your label, see how the pants need to be washed, throw it in, and wait for them to come out. Of course, this is going to take a while, so occupy yourself by playing some PS4 or watching some Netflix or something. Alright, this is the finished product. It looks really dope. If you did the razor blade trick, this is what they look like. The exposed fibers and strings are just hanging out. It looks really dope, like a rocker kind of aesthetic look. Alright, and this is what it looks like. I think I really recommend you making the slits. I mean, the blowout looks pretty dope, but this is a lot more clean. This is pretty clean actually for slits. The only reason it looks kind of, rough is because of the raw exposed strings and fibers. If you leave an inch off from the stitching to the cut, it looks a lot better in my opinion, and it just looks great. Thank you guys very much if you stuck through the whole video. Go ahead and try this and have fun with it. If you like the content, please subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.